Hello, my favorite girly pops in today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing. You heard it here last. We are going to be talking about some Amberlynn Reid Instagram drama. Does the fun ever start? The most entertaining, riveting YouTuber on all of Earth Instagram stories, the final frontier. So we're going to get into all the drama. But if you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts. Uh, please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Sometimes when I show you things in my videos or there's something going on in my video like a Hello Kitty or a Kermit, you're like thinking to yourself, well, where can I get this stuff? Well, you can purchase it right here. This is my affiliate link, and it's going to be called the View Products tab. If you want to go and purchase something you see in my video, like a Kermit or a Hello Kitty or anything, you can. Enjoy and let me know when it ships so we could talk about the excitement. This one is amazing. Why do you think you've always been broken up with, but you've never ended things? I have been in 7 serious relationships and I've ended things with 4 of them, so question isn't valid. Okay, let's count. So we have Casey, we have Crystal, we have Destiny and Beck, we have Wifey, we have Tommy, and I guess she is again counting Valentine, who was a married woman who she never met and was trolling her. So I don't count Valentine. But since she is, please explain to me who the 4 people are that you ended it with. We know that Beck and Wifey ended it with you. You clearly said that the Wifey thing eventually wasn't mutual. We know that Destiny ended it with you. And Crystal literally told you that, you know, like she wasn't interested in you. So maybe she's claiming that she broke up with Casey, but you definitely didn't break up with Valentine. And even if you did break up with Valentine and Casey, that would still make it 2 and not 4. Make it make sense. Here's the thing. I don't think it's a big deal that people ended it with her other than the obvious, okay? They didn't want to be with her. But the issue is that what I find so fascinating about this public figure, Amberlynn Reid, is that she continuously posts things like, I got dumped again, and then pretends that we forgot what was said. The majority of these people dumped you. I know she's going to try to say that she like dumped Casey, but that I just don't feel that that's true. And even if it is, that's still one person. Here's the bottom line. The real question you need to ask yourself is not who dumped who, right? But why would you pick a question like this? Like, for what? To let everyone know that you ended it with 4 people when you clearly didn't, when it's on your channel that you didn't. This is why I love me some Amberlynn Reid. So entertaining. Do you watch Karina Kaboom? No. This is a trite and mundane lie. Girl, you a lie. Here's the thing, don't want to spend a long time on it. So she has continuously begged me to make videos about her for years. And then she's going to claim later on that the last time that she watched me was when she was with Beck. But I have screenshots to show you of when she was literally watching me on her live stream when she was with Wifey. She was getting ready to watch me, okay? This is the thing. How is it that you don't watch me, but you know every single thing I've ever said about you? There is no way that you have somebody telling you 24/7 every single thing I say about you, but you can continue to push this narrative. You don't watch me. I believe you, Amberlynn. You are the most honest person in the world. She doesn't watch me. Good. Okay. How come you're answering so many questions? No specific reason. I go through phases where I just enjoy this kind of communication with you guys. I've been doing this on and off for almost 6 years now. Yeah, that is true that she does this for years. My opinion is the reason that she does these Q&As is twofold. When she's not uploading, it allows people to make videos about her so she doesn't actually have to put in any work, right? Because like if people make videos about her Q&A on YouTube, it keeps her relevant on YouTube without her having to actually work and put videos on YouTube. That's the main reason. Also, I think that she trashes a lot of people here and says very like bad stuff about people on Instagram, and it's not on YouTube. She basically gets to trash reaction channels and say whatever she wants about people that if she said it on YouTube, her channel would be deleted. That's why she does these type of things. Notice how the most controversial stuff gets said on Instagram. That's not a coincidence. Okay, okay. So then there's another statement that she's saying, like, for those of you asking, I used to do these Q&As during all of these different eras. I don't like it when she names her eras because those eras were named by people trying to talk about them, and she's not in on the joke. I think that she believes she's in on the joke, but she's not. Also, so she's saying it's just for fun and allows me to connect with you guys and hopefully feel like your voice is heard. And again, it's fun. It's fun to me, and I know so many of you enjoy it. Most people don't enjoy it. That's just my opinion, not a fact. And the thing is this, the only voice that's heard is yours, which is fine. It's your Q&A. I get it. But for you to say that your audience's voice is heard, listen, there's a reason why Amberlynn Reid is the most entertaining, my favorite YouTuber of all time. It's basically because Amberlynn is a person who writes her own questions, in my opinion, and picks questions where she sticks it and says the most outrageous, terrible things that she would never dare say. Sticking into reaction channels, sticking into anyone. She would never dare say it on YouTube because she's scared. So this is not where other people's voice is heard. It's only where your voice is heard, and like I said, it's not lost on me that you're doing it on a different platform because you would never do it on the main platform you have. And this also allows for a lot of her audience to not know what she's really up to on Insta. Do you have any advice on figuring out your, gender? There's no rush. Just let yourself freely feel and don't feel ashamed of any feelings that come up. I spent way too many years as a teenager feeling guilty over liking girls. I wish I could go back and let myself feel those feelings freely with no judgment. I think that this is fabulous advice. And when Amberlynn is right, I totally agree with her. Yeah, don't judge yourself. And pretty much, this is just great advice. Let yourself feel what you really feel, and it's great. That advice is good from Amba. Good for you, Amba Lynn, my most entertaining, favorite, amazing YouTuber. Is it true Mama Lynn blocked you? No, we literally just video called today. People just want a falling out with me and Mama Lynn to happen. It's really sad. So the reality of that situation is simply this: you and her did have a falling out, in my opinion, and you took each other off of Facebook and you weren't friends anymore and you were begging her to call you. It is what it is. It's all documented. Mr. Snowflake frequently mentions that he wants to do whatever with you, play it off as a joke, like it's weird. What? I've never heard that. I think this is just making stuff up. But I think the deeper issue here is that Anne Boleyn decided to post this, so she wants everyone to know that Mr. Snowflake is interested in her, and because she wants everyone to think that she's very wanted. You picked this question or wrote it yourself because you're interested in everyone believing this. She puts things out there because she wants people to believe that reaction channels want to date her, or I don't think so. Thoughts on people saying you're not posting because you found a different income. This is when, of course, she wasn't posting. Again, false outrage and rumors. If you followed me long enough, you know that I randomly stopped posting for just a few weeks, just my pattern. So the pattern is not to work. If you had any other job, you would be fired. And the reality is you not telling your audience on the internet who pays your bills that you're leaving is inappropriate and shows what a great relationship you have with them. If you want a better relationship, start communicating and treating them better. So the one thing I can say is she is incredibly interested in showing people ideas which put other ideas into people's heads. Here's an example. I understand that it is her Q&A, and I am totally in agreement that she can answer or not answer whatever she wants. But she purposely picks things to make people think. Here's an example. Do you regret dating any of your previous partners? No. So the thing is that why would you pick this, right? This is the same thing as when she went around saying that, oh, well, uh, I didn't think Beck had, this type of haircut or this type of whatever, but you do. Like, it's basically little things. When I talk about manipulation of a narrative and drawing attention to negative things about other people, that is an example. So she wants you to think about how she should regret, dating some of her partners, but she doesn't. Also, if you're looking for an opinion, which this is all this is, my opinion is she's not being honest. Of course, she regrets dating some of the people, 100%, because they didn't give her what she wanted and they didn't marry her. Pet peeve, someone who constantly wants to debate you, one up you, or prove you wrong. It's annoying. Just block someone for that, actually. I understand that not everyone has the same opinions, but I am not trying to debate people just because I'm doing a silly Instagram Q&A. It's actually not a silly Instagram Q&A. You have spread wild rumors about reaction channels that are just not true. You bully people for their looks. If you did that on YouTube, your channel will be deleted. The reality is that it's not a silly Q&A. By the way, here's something that you should know in case you don't. One of the easiest ways that people manipulate other people is by literally telling them what they want them to think. What do I mean by that? I'm just doing a silly Instagram Q&A. It's nothing big, you know. She wants you to think that it's a silly Instagram Q&A, so she'll say it. She knows that a portion of her audience believes every single thing she says. One of the easiest ways that I see others manipulating people is by just telling them what they want them to think. Someone will believe her. You're not doing a silly Instagram Q&A. You have delved into topics that are not great and you've trashed every single person. I get it. Before you write this in the comments, I get it. She feels trashed by reaction channels. The difference is that most people do not talk about superficial stuff and she does. Deep down inside, that's who she is. Do you talk to any of your family members outside Mama Lynn and Grandma? Yes, I do. You know what I find really interesting about this? Now, to be fair, and to be honest with you, I'm very glad that she continues to talk to her family, that she's rebuilt her friendships and relationships in her family, or so we think, because that's the narrative that she's serving. And yeah, it's great that she's back to being very on good terms with her family. However, I find it amazing that she trashed her mother and father for years, and she even trashed her aunt. She has many videos trashing her aunt. And there's a lot of information out there on the internet, mainly posted by Amberlynn, where she trashed her own grandma. My point here is this: it's okay to make content and monetize content when you're trashing your family, and now you're pretending everything's fine. Don't believe it. Remember when I just said that what she loves to do is she loves to put bad ideas into people's heads and then pretend that it's not her, it's other people. Like, it's a manipulation of what's going on. She purposely chooses controversial questions, which is fine. Okay. Why is it that you can't admit that that's what you're doing? See, it's the whole not admitting it for me that I think is ridiculous. Look at this. Would you ever call Snowflake out for flirting? Like, okay, did this ever happen? Is there any proof? She says, no, I wouldn't call him out. Okay, you just did. You believe this is true and you just did. Here's the thing. Unlike you, Mr. Snowflake makes videos based in evidence and proof. You just say whatever. Like, I myself have caught her saying literal slanderous statements about public figures. She does all the time. And the reality is that you see how this is worded. Would you call him out? No. But what's going on here is that she's doing exactly that in her mind because she believes everything anything said about reaction channel is automatically true. I don't think this is true. And I think that she clearly wants her audience to believe BS stories. Would you consider yourself a self-reflective person? Yes. How so? Why don't you reflect on how badly you treat everyone around you? How about that? Obviously, she's not self-reflective. If you are self-reflective, you would change your behavior and you haven't. You definitely type to yourself, no, I don't. Anything particular you want me to prove it wasn't me, I'll take screenshots. Here's the thing. We talked about this story before. I'm reminded of a sonnet by Amberlynn Shakespeare in which Amberlynn has often been accused of writing her own questions, but she also gets a lot of questions from the people that follow her. It's both. I'm sorry, both. The thing is, she always wants to prove that it's not her, right? By screenshotting questions. The issue is that it's people asking you questions, and it's also you. You're not going to screenshot those. Here's the thing. You know what people that manipulate like to do? They like to give you proof that they didn't lie, only it's not the real type of proof. It's another manipulation tactic because it's like this. Oh, I'm going to prove to you that I didn't lie, but what about all the other questions you asked yourself? I mean, like the same thing that I said with her, like, community strike. She never proved that she always tries to prove that something is not happening, but she never ends up proving that it didn't happen. You understand? There's a way to prove. At that time, she could have proved that it didn't happen by immediately posting a short. She chose not to. Right. Very, very, very self-reflective. The most self-reflective girly. Do you like Alex is shook? No. What's the matter? He didn't want to play your reindeer games. Alex is shook was like her most favorite reaction channel until I'm sure he said something that was truthful. I've watched you since 2017. I've watched you since 2017. People do overreact sometimes. They sure do. LOL. I mean, okay, I'll give her this. Yeah, people have overreacted before, but 90% of the time it's not overreaction. It's you treating others badly. Is Tommy your age? She's a year younger than me. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I find really interesting is that Amberlynn has a history of acting, I would say suspicious with certain people. Like the way that she acted with Libby really was just very strange to me. And also, she has dated way younger people in the past. You know what I don't understand about all of this? Why put this on your channel and then deny it or say, no, it didn't happen? Surprise, surprise. Was FBI Frank real? Yes. Beck clearly said that FBI Frank was not real.
Your sister was contacted by FBI Frank. That was a lie.
You said that you know, the sister of one of your exes was contacted and then said it wasn't Beck's sister. So it was Destiny's sister? No, because we would have heard from that. It was not Destiny's sister. So what, Crystal? The point is, she made up this story because at the time she was getting negative comments due to her behavior. And she thought that if she told her audience that FBI Frank was real and the FBI complimented her and her following, which sounds so made up that I can't even, because having 100,000 or 200,000 subscribers, like people have way more than that. It's not like that much, but okay. I think she just wanted to scare her audience, like, don't leave me mean comments. The idea, for the billionth time, she said that an FBI agent came, gave her the name of somebody leaving her mean comments, which would never, ever, ever happen. This never happened. She thinks that her audience can understand and believe the concept that FBI agents cannot find out where people live. Like I said before, Kiwi Farms found out where you live, but an FBI agent could not find out where you lived. So they came to your sister's ex house. And you, if it was true, you believed that and then told your audience about it, which is interesting, but I don't think it's true. I think she was just trying to scare her audience, like, look, the FBI is monitoring my mean comments. Don't leave mean comments. Come on now, please. Even if the FBI could not find someone's address, they would clearly ask the Internal Revenue Service. But the issue here is they knew where she would live. They have no business with her. For now. Mr. Snowflake seems obsessed, like in an odd way, almost like he likes you, almost parasocial. So I don't think that he is trying to date you, Amberlynn, which is what she has always tried to convey, that everyone talking about her is interested in dating her, or there's something going on behind the scene. Like, stop. This is like the stories that you say that one time she said that 30 people hit on her in one day. 30 people made a pass at her in one day. And that happens to my Kermit all the time. But anyways, I think what she's doing here is she's using Mr. Snowflake's words against him. He, I believe, had said that when he first started watching her, he enjoyed her content or something to this effect. That's the same for most of us. When most of us started watching her content, not all of us, we enjoyed her content. That doesn't mean that we'd like to date you. Most reaction channels have a parasocial relationship with me. They've created their whole channel around me. It's very strange. Yeah, I'm glad you said most. I mean, I certainly talked about totally different things and people for a very large period of time on YouTube. I've only been talking about her and Foodie Beauty for a few years. But the thing is this. So, are magazines that only talk about the Kardashians or Kylie Jenner, do they have a parasocial relationship with them, or are they trying to work? It's a business, making money. Like, she is of a very large, amazing opinion of herself, and good for you, honey. But it's not strange to talk about public figures for money. It's called the entertainment business, and it's been around before any of us were born. One more point, and this is just my opinion. I don't think that you're using the word parasocial on your own. I think Tommy told you about it, or it is very possible that Chat GPT told you about it. She had this whole scandal, which we will get to, about Chat GPT. Basically, she's admitted to using it, which there is nothing wrong with that at all whatsoever, obviously, right? But the idea is that what she does is on Instagram, no one can see her looking up words. And so she does that on Instagram, which again, fine, just admit it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If she knew all these words and she was like, it was in her vocabulary, this is a vocabulary channel, I don't know if you know, then wouldn't you be saying this on your channel, Amberlynn? This is why I love me some Amberlynn. Very, very riveting, exciting, wonderful YouTuber. Do you ever look back at your older videos and cringe? Oh, yeah, I've had a lot of cringe-worthy moments, which is super, super, super interesting to me. And we'll end on this. Why have you never decided to say to yourself, I filmed Destiny, in the lavatory. Humiliated Beck on my channel. Why don't I just delete those videos? If you were really feeling that they were cringy or you were embarrassed by your behavior or other actions you've taken, you would have deleted it. But she didn't. She doesn't feel that they're cringy. She won't even delete videos that she knows, like similar videos were deleted by YouTube for her. So she believes in all her work. All right. Well, I wish Amberlynn Reid all the best. Thank you guys so very much for watching today. Really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and watch it. Leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you think about the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.